Los lacayos kimatis justicia. Okwali. Ipan tonatiu. Kayo. Ipan tonatiu. Shimoma kakan. Shiwala timikis. Shiwala ki. Shiwala ki. Shiwala ki. Let the hunt begin.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be covering the new hero which has been announced this week. We've got a lot of material that's been released amongst YouTube, Twitter, etc. We've got this trailer which has dropped basically detailing the new hero, which is an Aztec hero, which doesn't come as a surprise. It's been an Aztec themed season this season. He is going to be called the Ocelotl, and he's going to be wielding a club etched with obsidian blades in it, which I believe is called a Moveset. He also has obsidian blades etched into the top of his spear as well. I believe Ocelotl means a jaguar warrior in sort of the Aztec history, so it's a really cool, unique character that we're going to get from an area of the world which For Honor hasn't gone to yet, so very nice to see. So obviously no further information apart from these trailers has been released, and the clip that I showed at the beginning of this video is actually a friend of mine of the channel, Jim, put a link to his channel below. He sent me a clip of what could be some of the new hero voice lines which have been added to the game. Basically, if you go onto the map Shard during this season in Dominion, it'll have like the overlay skin for the map for the Aztec season, and if you listen closely you can actually hear some voice lines from well, we presume it to be the Aztec warrior, which is very cool, and I haven't seen anyone else mention that, so thanks again to him for showing me that, and I've now shared it with you guys. So in terms of speculation then, he has got a spear and a sword, essentially. So that means that we are going to get it's going to be a complete first for the game. We've not had a character who has wielded a long-range weapon and a short-range weapon in one go. I can't really think off the top of my head of another character who's sort of done that. The closest is probably Shaman. She wields two different weapons, but of course they're both short-range weapons. Valkyrie obviously does have a spear, but she's also a shield. So it brings me on to thinking, well, what kind of hero is he going to be? Is he going to be a Vanguard? Is he going to be an assassin? And I would go with a hybrid. Now, all of the Outlanders have been hybrids, so Pirate, what's his name? Medjai and Aphira, I had to think there. And now the Ocelotl, I'm pretty sure he'll be a hybrid because he's going to use two different weapons. But we'll wait and see. He might surprise us. But yeah, I feel like with him having two weapons, that means he's going to be a very offensive character. So you never know, we might see two different fight modes like Highlander, where he has his offensive mode and then defensive mode. Hoping that Ubisoft is going to pull something different out of the bag for us. Already with this weapon combination, it's already a good step in the right direction. And also it's just completely different as well. Like an Aztec warrior, it's been asked for before, and it's completely different to all other heroes. I mean, Medjai was Egyptian, that was different, and Aphira Middle Eastern, but here the Aztec warriors, they're sort of in Southern America, kind of Colombia, Mexico kind of area, I believe. My history's not amazing in that area of the world, but yeah, I believe he's from around there, so no other heroes who even touch that kind of continent, so really nice to see. Obviously, as well as his like fighting actual moveset, etc., which we don't know about. Also got to remember that this character is going to have feats as well. So what abilities is he going to be able to do in 4 versus 4? Is he going to have some sort of like bloodlust mode, kind of like shaman? Is he going to have like an attack like fear itself, like Orochi, and just go crazy? Is he going to be able to run around and use like throw his spear maybe? Who knows? Be interesting. Or is he going to have like a kunai or a longbow feat like Orochi has, where he can use those weapons to attack people from afar? Just looking online, Aztec warriors do use or have used bows and arrows, and they have used like throwing knives and maybe like a shortened version of the club, like a sort of dagger version. So yeah, interesting to see. We'll have to find out, but it's worth thinking about. So in terms of dates, the hero is going to be revealed tomorrow by Ubisoft on their live stream. So I think that'll be on both YouTube and on Twitch. So that's the 20th of July 2023. And then the hero reveal, hero actual release will be next week. So that will be the 27th of July. So there, it'll probably have a grace period of 2 weeks early access where you can purchase it and play it, and then after the 2 weeks then you can purchase it with in-game steel. Probably it's either 15 or 20,000 steel in game probably after that. So bear that in mind and save up if you want to spend it either with real money or in-game currency. But with him being the Jaguar warrior, essentially what it translates to, you can see there on his helmet he's got like a jaguar head, and then he's got the feathers coming out, very classical Aztec style as you would expect. Really looking forward to the fashion. I mean, the fashion is gonna be insane. Like with all characters in For Honor, I just love how much of an amazing job the art team do. Obviously the other teams do an amazing job as well, animation, script writing, everything else, but you know, the fashion is where it's at. You know, that's always the end game. The true end game of any video game is always going to be fashion. So if the fashion is right, then that's all you need, isn't it? And I've noticed with later heroes that have been released, actually, the initial armor sets have been like improved greatly, because I guess the developers have realized, well, people who pick up this game or play these characters straight away, they don't want to be wearing just very basic looking armor. They want to use some cool armor to start with. So I have noticed that with things like Medjai and with Athera and Pirate, they've had really cool armor sets from the get-go. Not to say that all other initial characters' armor sets are looking bad in any way. I guess they kind of thought, well, we won't hold back as much with going for the full all-out fashion from the initial sets, because normally you get like the most epic looking armor that is also accurate historically, not to say that it's not, but it's kind of the more cooler with more spikes, etc. I mean, just look at like Orochi's armor, for example. He has awesome spikes, jagged edges coming out from his sort of Rep 7 plus armor, which looks really awesome. But you don't get that in the level 1 Rep 0, so initial players have to wait a bit, and they know that they've got a bit of grind on their hands before they can get that. But yeah, with these later heroes, they seem to have like the fashion straight up from the beginning, which is really nice to see. But yeah, fashion is it's a matter of perspective and taste, so it might not always be someone's cup of tea, but that's just something that I have seen. But going back to movesets, feats and unique traits and things, there's only speculation that can be made. As I said, he's got 2 different weapons, so there could be, and there's always the option for different fight modes. Is he going to have a deflect, a superior block, crushing counter, all those kind of questions, they will be answered. Or is he just going to have parries? Who knows? His feats, what are they going to be like? Those are things to think about, and I will be watching the stream tomorrow on the 20th of July to find out with you guys. Whether I'll do it live or not, I'm not sure. It'll kind of be a last minute decision on my part, so stick around and maybe you'll see me go live tomorrow. which I don't normally do just because I'm very busy with other things. But you never know. I might live stream it tomorrow, and you guys can join in and actually speak to me in person. So yeah, really hyped and really looking forward to it. Goes without saying that as soon as we have access to this hero, we'll be getting as much gameplay as possible for you guys. We'll probably do a guide as well once we can play it, so that we can tell you guys our initial thoughts on how best to play the character. And then obviously we'll try and go into like elimination as we have done recently and get some awesome gameplay clips for you guys, and just generally all out go crazy with it as we like to do. Of course, comments are open, so please feel free to give your opinion and let me know what you think is going to be the case for the Ocelotl, what he's going to involve, what he's going to bring to the party when it comes to his moveset, his abilities, his feats, his fashion, whatever. Memes potentially, who knows. He might have some unique emotes actually as well. He might be like Conqueror and have his raw spamming raw. What spammable emotes? That is a big question. Big question that needs to be answered. And those answers will come. They will indeed. So if you want to see that, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have enjoyed this vid, please like. And as I say, if you have anything else you want to add to this discussion, then please let me know in the comments. And I will have a look at them and reply if I can. So hope you've enjoyed the vid, and I will see you in the next one.